A particle starts from rest at t equals origin with a velocity of v equals 5 meter per second and moves in the xy plane under the action of a force which provides a constant acceleration of 3I plus 2j meter per second. So let us note down that. So time is t equal to 0, velocity v is 5 meter per second, and it is in the x-axis direction. So it is 5I meter per second because it's along the x-axis. And you have an acceleration for that particle which is given by, you have magnitude of 3 in the x direction and magnitude of 2 in the y direction. What is the y coordinate of the particle at the instant its x coordinate is 84? If x coordinate x equals 84, then what is the value of y is what we are supposed to find. What is the value of the displacement vector at any point in time? Displacement vector at any point in time is given by, so you recollect the equation, S is equal to ut plus half at square. So you can replace this into vectors. S bar is nothing but your r bar, u bar into half a bar t square. So in this case, you have r bar equals 5I into t plus half into 3I plus 2j into t square. 5I t plus 5ti, probably I should say like that. So 5t into I is nothing but the direction vector. So let us probably go to the next level from here. So you get r bar equals 5ti, which I is nothing but the direction, plus I need to go back and check what happened. Half of 3I plus 2j into t square, which is half of 3I plus 2j into t square. So it is half of 3I plus 2j into t square. So we can expand the bracket in such a way that r bar becomes 5ti plus 3 by 2I into t square plus jt square, because when you take this 1 by 2 inside this 2, you get 2 by 2, which is equal to 1. And this is nothing but r bar. R bar can be written as xi plus yj. So in this problem, you've been given that x equals 84. So what is the value of x? You can equate from both the sides. So 5t plus 3 by 2. 5t, sorry, it is 5t. So x equals, so you can equate the value of x, because in this case you can see that the position vector along the x direction, which is the I vector, you can see that 5ti plus 3 by 2 it square. These will be the basis for the x direction, and this will be the basis for the y direction. So from this you can see that x equals 5t plus 3 by 2 t square. And it is given that x equals 84. When x becomes 84, what is the value of y? So you can see that y equals t square. When x becomes 84, what is the value of y? So you need to find out the value of t then. That is the only way out to get to know what is the value of y. So let us remember this equation, 5t plus 3 by 2 t square. So I can probably erase this. This becomes a quadratic equation. So the equation can be simplified in a much better fashion. So here you have 84 equals 5t plus 3 by 2 t square, which implies you have 168 equals 10t plus 3t square. I have not done any magic here. We have 5t by 1, 84 by 1. 2 becomes the least common multiple, and then I use 2 to multiply. So I do 5t into 2 and 1 into 3, and that becomes 10t plus 3t square divided by 2, and this 2 comes to this side, and then you get 168. Now this equation becomes 3t square plus 10t minus 168. You would actually have done problems in quadratic equation while using the formula minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, which are the roots of the equation. So in this case, let us not try that because probably it will be too lengthy. So in this case, as always, you need to find the sum of the roots and the product of the roots if the coefficient of t square is 1. So here let us try to understand product of two numbers equals 168, negative 168 into 3. So that becomes 8 3s are 24. You have 2 carry over. 6 3s are 18. 18 plus 2 is 0, 2, 3, and then 5. You get minus 504. And sum equals plus 10. Which are the two numbers that satisfies this condition? You can safely say that it is 18 into 28, which are these two numbers that satisfies this condition. So we can write 3t square plus 28t minus 18t minus 168 equals 0. So let's group them together so that you can take a common factor out. So these are the tricks that you need to understand. So if you had taken minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, you would have been still multiplying now. So what I can do is 3t square minus 18t, because I know 3 and 18 have common factor, plus 28t minus 168 equal to 0. So beauty of this solution, or the way in which you do this problem, is if you take one common factor, the other common factor is almost coming out of judgment, t minus 6, plus you have to take 28 out, and automatically t minus 6 has to come here, equal to 0. You could see that between this and this, you have t minus 6 as the common factor. So you have t minus 6, you take t minus 6 out, into remaining is 3t plus 28 equal to 0. So in this case, since it is time can always be positive, and is always positive, and it cannot be negative. So you can safely say that t minus 6 equal to 0, which implies t equal to 6 will be the answer. Otherwise, t equals minus 28 divided by 3 is a negative number, and you don't consider a negative number. So you got t minus 6 equal to 0, and which gives you t equal to 6. But we are not stopping here. We are supposed to find the value of y. What is the value of y? We have already found that out in terms of t. Let us go back and see what is the value of y. What is the value of y? In this case, you can see that y is nothing but, we have already seen that y is nothing but only the component that comes along with j. So it is 2 by 2 t square, which is equal to t square. So y is nothing but t square, and you have already found out that t equals 6, therefore y equals 6 square equals 36. That is, at x equal to 84, comma y equals to 36. That is displacement of the particle at that point in time. So the answer is 36.